Handheld gaming. Table of contents. Skate City. 4. Handheld gaming history. 6. Handheld gaming today. 14. The handheld gaming community. 18. Glossary. 22. To learn more. 23. Index. 24. Skate City. You choose your favorite skateboard. Time to ride. You kick off by touching the screen. Skate City lets you skateboard on your smartphone. The city blurs as you speed past buildings and people. You grind down a curb and race to the next obstacle. This handheld game is a fun way to skate. More mobile gaming. In 2019, Tony Hawk's Skate Jam was released on smartphones. This skateboarding game is based on the popular Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games. Handheld gaming history. Handheld gaming started in 1976. A company called Mattel released Auto Race. It was a simple device with a smart screen. Its only noises were beeps. The car was a light. Players used two switches to control the light's movements and speed. They avoid obstacles as they raced. Auto Race. Handheld gaming timeline. 1976. Auto Race is the first handheld game. 1979. Milton Bradley Microvision is the first handheld game device to use cartridges. 1984. Epoch Game Pocket Computer is released in Japan. 1989. Nintendo Game Boy is released. 1998. Game Boy Color is released with a color screen. 2004. Nintendo DS is the first handheld game device with a touch screen. 2004. PlayStation Portable is released. 2011. A new version of the PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, is released. 2017. Nintendo Switch is released. In 1979, the Milton Bradley Microvision was released. It was the first handheld game system to use cartridges. Players could switch between many games. Microversion. Cartridge. 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 Epoch Game Pocket Computer. Nintendo Game & Watch. The 1980s brought many different handheld game systems. Nintendo's Game & Watch devices were popular. The 1984 Epoch Game Pocket Computer was only released in Japan, but its technology paved the way for future handheld devices. The earliest handheld game systems were too expensive for most people. In 1989, the Nintendo Game Boy was released. It cost almost half the price of similar devices. The Game Boy had a green screen with black graphics. It came with Tetris. Other favorite games were Kirby's Dream Land and Pokemon Red and Blue. Now in color. The Game Boy Color came out in 1998. It had a color screen. Kirby's Dream Land. Handheld Nintendo gaming through time. 1989 Game Boy. 1998 Game Boy Color. 2001 Game Boy Advance. 2003 Game Boy Advance SP. 2004 Nintendo DS. 2005 Game Boy Micro. 2011 Nintendo 3DS. 2013 Nintendo DS. 2017 Nintendo Switch. 2019 Nintendo Switch Lite. In 2004, the Nintendo DS came out. It had two screens. The bottom screen was a touch screen. Players used the stylus to select things on the screen. Nintendo DS Stylus. Later that year, Sony released the PlayStation Portable, or PSP. It had a white screen. Players could download games or use UMDs. These discs store games or movies. PSP. So many games. Between 2004 and 2014, more than 1,000 games were released. For the PlayStation For the PlayStation Portable, popular games include Dexter and Gran Turismo. Handheld gaming today. Today, Nintendo dominates handheld gaming. In 2017, the Nintendo Switch was released. It can be played both on the TV and as a handheld device. Favorite games include Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons. Mario, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo also makes games for smartphones and tablets. The 2019 game Mario Kart Tour has millions of downloads. Mario Kart Tour, Super Mario Run. Super Mario Run is popular too. The app has been downloaded over 300 million times. Some mobile games were originally made for other devices. Fortnite was first made for computers and consoles in 2017. The next year was released as a mobile game. Fortnite on mobile. Popular mobile games by number of downloads. Clash of Clans. Over 0.5 billion. Number of downloads billions. Pokemon Go. Over 1 billion. Fruit Ninja. Over 1 billion. Candy Crush Saga. Over 2.7 billion. Subway Surfers. Over 2.7 billion. Other mobile games were originally made as apps. In 2009, the first Angry Birds game was released. Soon, more Angry Birds games were made. Today, Angry Birds games have been downloaded 4.5 billion times. Angry Birds. Big Screen Birds. Angry Birds has made it to the big screen. The Angry Birds movie was released in 2016. The handheld gaming community. Competitions are a big part of the handheld gaming community. Many players join leagues. In the league for the 2016 mobile game, Clash Royale, 10 teams compete to be the best. Clash Royale Tournament. Students can compete for scholarships in the high school esports league. Many players use the Nintendo Switch. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Rocket League are commonly played. High School Esports League Competition. Handheld Gaming Event Spotlight. Event. High School Esports Leagues Fall Major. When it happens. Once per year. Where it happens. United States. Description. High school gamers compete in popular video games to earn money for college. Larger events also allow people to celebrate and compete in handheld games. Pokemon Go players gather in cities around the world to catch special Pokemon. In 2018, an Arena of Valor championship had a $600,000 prize. Handheld gaming lets players take their favorite games almost everywhere. The handheld gaming community is full of fun. Game Spotlight. Game. Pokemon Go. Year. 2016. Platform, smartphones. Description. Players search their real-life surroundings to find and train Pokemon and compete in gym battles. Pokemon Go Gathering. Glossary. Apps. Programs or games can be downloaded onto mobile devices. Cartridges. Devices that hold the memory and graphics of games. Cartridges are inserted into gaming devices. Competitions. Events at which people are trying to win the same thing. Esports. Multiplayer video games that are played competitively for spectators. Graphics. Images displayed on a computer screen. Grind. To slide along a surface on a skateboard. Leagues. Groups that come together to complete a certain activity. Leagues. Groups that come together to complete mobile, relating to games that can be played almost anywhere on devices such as smartphones. Obstacle. Something that blocks movement or progress. Scholarships. Money given to students to help pay for further education. Stylus. A pen-shaped tool used to write or touch buttons on a computer screen. UMDs. Universal Media Discs. UMDs are small discs made for the PlayStation Portable that store the information for games and movies. To learn more, at the library. Grigori Josh, History of Esports, and Arbor Mitch Cherry Lake Publishing 2020. Harrison Dustin Game On, Video Game History from Pong and Pac-Man to Mario, Minecraft, and more. New York NY Farewell and Friends 2016. Ratburn, Betsy, Console Gaming, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Bellwether Media 2021. On the web, Fast Surfer. FastSurfer.com gives you a safe, fun way to find more information. Go to www.fastserver.com. Enter Handheld Gaming into the search box and click. Select your book cover to see a list of related content. Index: Angry Birds 17, Apps 15, 17, Auto Race 6, Cartridges 8, Community 18, 19, 20, 21, Competition 18, 18, Daxter 13, Epoch 9, Event Spotlight 19, Events 20, Game & Watch 9, Game Boy 10, Game Boy Color 10, Game Pocket Computer 9, Game Spotlight 20, Games 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Gran Turismo 13, Graphics 10, High School Esports League 18, History 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Japan 9, Leagues 18, 19, Motel 6, Microvision 8, Milton Bradley 8, Mobile Games 4, 5, 16, 17, 18, 20. Nintendo 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Nintendo DS 12, Nintendo Switch 14 and 18. PlayStation Portable 13, Pokemon 10, 20. Skate City 4, 5. Smartphones 4, 5, 15. Sony 13. Super Mario Run 15. Tablets 15. Tough Time 11. Timeline 7. Tony Hawk's Skate Jam 5.